Israel isn't hiding its crimes anymore, not in Gaza, not anywhere. It wages open genocide, flattening hospitals, schools, mosques, homes. Over 60,000 people gone. A total siege chokes the strip, and through the ruins, people walk for miles, exhausted, starving, just to reach an aid truck. And when they finally do, they're gunned down. Some return with sacks of flour, others with the blooded corpses of loved ones, shot, shelled as they scrambled for a few grains. But Gaza is just one front. In Lebanon, Israel strikes at will. It bombs homes, crosses borders to assassinate, occupies villages it never left. In Syria, it holds the Golan Heights, pushes deeper south, fires missiles to the edge of Damascus. Borders mean nothing, laws mean less. Israel moves how it wants, kills whom it wants, and now it has turned to Iran. After indirect talks in Oman between Tehran and Washington, Israel launched a sudden, unprovoked war. First came the assassinations, generals, scientists, civilian officials, then the bombs on military bases, power plants, airports, even public infrastructure. The excuse, Iran's nuclear program. Peaceful, civilian, fully monitored by the IAEA. The hypocrisy is staggering. Macron raced to Israel's defense, calling Iran a threat to global security. This from the same fronts that helped secretly build Israel's Dimona reactor in the 1950s and 60s, the region's only undeclared nuclear arsenal. No inspections, no accountability. Today, Israel holds 80 to 90 nuclear warheads, maybe more. It has second strike capabilities via submarines and air power. It won't sign the NPT, won't allow inspectors, yet it bombs Iran in the name of non-proliferation. Britain swiftly joined in, sent RAF jets to Cyprus, surveillance aircraft, early warning systems, logistical support, all for Israel. The US escalated, deployed the USS Gerald R. Ford, Aegis destroyers, weapons, real-time satellite coordination. The EU sang the same song. Israel has the right to defend itself, even now, when it is the aggressor, when it is Iran defending its sovereignty. The same refrain used to justify the massacre of tens of thousands in Gaza. The same script, the same lie. International law, human rights, moral outrage, all suspended for Israel. The West arms Israel to the teeth, not for safety, but for supremacy, to keep it the region's only nuclear power, to let it dominate, invade, occupy with impunity. Israel was never just a state, it was a Western outpost, a settler colony built as empire collapsed. Britain withdrew its soldiers from the Middle East, but not its ambitions. The US stepped in, took over, and the goal never changed. Control the land, seize the oil, silence the people. But this time, the playbook is failing. Israel is ruled by fanatics, openly, proudly. A state that once cloaked its violence in diplomacy now flaunts it. Ministers threaten annihilation. Settlers chant for genocide. Soldiers film themselves laughing in the lingerie of the women they've just killed or displaced. In Jerusalem, mobs storm the Al-Aqsa Mosque. They chant, Muhammad is dead, and left girls behind. May your villages burn. There are no schools in Gaza, no kids left. Genocide, mainstreamed. And Netanyahu pompously claims to represent the free world, a grotesque parody of truth as he presides over apartheid, occupation, and mass killing. Across the Arab world, millions watch, disgusted, betrayed, bitter, enraged, sick to the soul. Their leaders normalize with war criminals, their people seethe. The region was paralyzed until now, because this time someone stood up. Iran is not the Gaza Strip, it's not 45 square kilometers of open-air prison, it's not an armed group, it's a sovereign nation of 85 million, spanning 1.65 million square kilometers, missiles, mountains, strategic depth. It has absorbed assassinations, cyber attacks, sanctions, and still it stands, still it strikes back. For the first time since 1948, Israeli cities are burning. The myth of immunity? Gone. And no, Israel cannot play the victim now, not while holding the nukes, not while it's bombing, invading, erasing. And inside Iran, something deeper has stirred, a memory. 1953, the coup against Mossadegh, planned by the CIA, executed with MI6, all because he dared nationalize his country's oil. Operation Ajax toppled a democratically elected government and reinstated the Shah. What followed? 25 years of brutal repression, enforced by the Savak, trained by the West. But the wound goes deeper. 1891, the Tobacco Revolt, when Britain seized control of Iran's tobacco and Iran said no. Clerics like Ayatollah Shirazi led a national boycott. Even women in royal households joined in, refusing to smoke. The revolt weakened the Qajar dynasty and left a searing truth in Iran's memory: never bow to foreign control. That memory still lives in every chant, every protest, every funeral. Every missile launched today carries a century's weight of betrayal and defiance. And now it's raw again. A clip has gone viral. An Iranian woman, not even wearing the black chador, not your typical regime supporter. Her voice breaks with fury. She denounces the genocide in Gaza, the silence of the West, and the decades of humiliation inflicted on her country. Then she shouts, "We want a nuclear bomb." To Iranians, this is about dignity, sovereignty, saying we will not be broken again. The shift is regional. Pakistan, the only Muslim country with nuclear weapons, has warned the region is boiling. Pakistan may be next. Israel is allied with India, and Islamabad sees what's coming. Turkey is sounding the alarm. Erdogan's ministers declared Netanyahu has placed us in his sights. A few days ago in the Knesset, Netanyahu declared there will be no Ottoman Empire. This is no history lesson. That is a threat. Israel, drunk on power and Western backing, believes it can bomb, starve and humiliate the Muslim world into submission, that the region is waking up. This isn't just a war, it's a war on dignity, on the very idea that anyone in this region can stand tall. And yet Western media dreams on. The BBC interviews the Shah's son, inquires if Israeli bombs might liberate Iran, as if Iranians want to be saved by the son of a dictator, by a dictator they overthrew, as if freedom comes from toppled monarchs and Western missiles. Israel thought it could do what it's always done: assassinate, bomb, walk away. But now, Tel Aviv is burning, Haifa is under fire, Ashkelon is not safe. For the first time, the war is on Israeli soil. The myth of invincibility is broken. Iran can endure. It is fast. It is resilient. It has been preparing for this moment for decades. The dream that Israel could destroy Iran's regime with surgical strikes and walk away unscathed has collapsed. Tel Aviv has lit a fire it cannot contain.